Hi, my name is Nick Palutsis, and for Project 3, I was inspired by the popular video game Fortnite to make a fort builder GUI that models the game a little bit. And I wrote this project using Python, using the maya.cmds instead of PyML. And as you can see, it was very important to keep track of the translate and rotate attributes for each object, and then I also have other functions to build the objects and build more complex objects using the other functions. And then there's also functions to implement the move and rotate actions, and then lastly there's all of the scripts to handle the GUI window itself. And jumping into it, when you click the button, a nice GUI pops up, and it's broken into 3 different sections using the frame layout. And at the top you have your basic controls, and in the middle you have your move controls, and then lastly at the bottom you have the more advanced functionality. So when you start the script, you initially are given a wooden wall, and this is one of the shapes you can choose, but you can also choose between stairs and floors as well. And each object is able to be rotated by clicking the rotate button here at the top, and it will rotate on this grid. As you can see, they're kind of fixed to their positions, so this will help align the shapes to each other when you're building. And by clicking these buttons here, you can choose between building between wooden objects and brick objects. And brick objects take a little bit more time to load, but once again you have your options for floors, walls, and stairs. And right now we're in a temporary building mode, as you can see by the light blue shader attached to the objects. And we are in this mode until we press the build button in the top left corner. And as soon as we do, it will attach the appropriate shader to the object. So in this case, the brick shader is attached. And then this is also the case when you are selecting wooden objects. You'll go from the temporary shader to a wooden shader once you officially build the object. And objects in the temporary mode can be positioned and moved as many times as you wish without leaving behind a slew of different objects, and only once you press the build button are they actually fixed to the screen. Objects can also be moved in the X, Y, and Z directions using the buttons in the middle of the GUI. And objects can move in all these directions, except the script prevents you from moving the objects below the ground plane in the Y direction. In Fortnite, a very common structure that people build are staircases or ramps. And it's possible to do this using the GUI by alternating between the move and build buttons and building the staircases one by one. However, it's not very streamlined and involves pressing buttons multiple times. To make this easier, you can use a slider at the bottom to choose an integer value between 1 and 5, and then pressing the button will automatically generate a staircase of that size for you. Using this with the other functions can help making lofted bases a lot easier. Another common structure is the 1x1 tower that is created by rotating 4 walls around a central staircase. This can be repeated many times upward to create a multi-floored tower. This can also be simplified by again using the slider in the GUI to specify the height of the tower you wish to create, and then pressing the button will automatically generate a tower of that height for you. Combining these different tools in different ways can lead to many different fort designs and other creations. This is just one example of what can quickly be created in just a matter of minutes by using the tools provided in the GUI.